yourself, Chair, and everybody else on the platform. Chair, in terms of the letter from Chan attorneys withdrawing, that letter, members will see, is quite long and deals with several issues. There was no response directly from the chairperson to that letter, because that letter was, the purpose of which was to inform us that Chan attorneys was withdrawing, and so it was dealt with at the level of the Secretariat. However, as you indicated, subsequently the PP did send a follow-up letter a few days later, indicating that she now finds herself in the position without legal representation, and obviously that this matter must now serve before the committee for consideration as to whether the committee intends to proceed with the adoption of the draft report, or to allow the PP the time to now secure new attorneys, because in terms of the letter that she sent, that is her indication. She has already touched base with Mr. Chawi of the State Attorney Pretoria to secure herself new attorneys of record. And members would have noted from the report itself, we made mention of the fact that advocates cannot be briefed without attorneys of record doing that briefing. You need to work via them. And so as such, Advocate Mpofu has not, as together with his two juniors, have not been briefed since the end of March. And what the PP is now seeking is additional time to allow her to attend to the matter subsequent to the withdrawal of Chan. In terms of the letter that was sent by the chair reiterates his position that the committee has not denied Advocate Mqwebani the right to legal representation. Rather, it is a case of her not having availed that right, notwithstanding that the extra 4 million was made available to her, and the chair has encouraged that she uses the services of the state attorney. Members will recall that she previously objected on the basis of there being what she called a patent conflict of interest, and the letter from the chair urges her to utilize these services to brief Advocate Mpofu to assist her with the last Audi that she will receive, which is to respond to this report. But of course, Chair, we are in the hands of members in terms of how members wish to proceed on that point.
Thank you. Thank you, Ms. Ibrahim and Mr. Ngoma, for your inputs on those three correspondence matters. I now invite members on this item who wish to make contributions and comment so that we know what it is the thinking and the decision of the committee and the members. You would have been made aware of what the responses of the chair has been in all of those three correspondence. I now invite members who wants to make a contribution. Honorable Lordfried.
Good morning, Chair, and good morning to everyone present. Chairperson, I think we have now gone through a process, as you said, for more than a year. And we have given ample opportunity. We have gone beyond any reasonable opportunity to allow the public protector to obtain legal representation. And we have been very, very patient. And I think at this particular point, and I also have to say that, yes, one can be very disappointed in the actions of some, I won't know, let me rather not go there, but basically to say, Chairperson, I think at this point, this committee must now proceed with the task that we were given, and that is to finalize this report. I don't think we can delay anymore. We have a duty towards the public, the taxpayer, to Parliament. So my proposal will be that we proceed. Thank you.
Thank you, Honorable Lordfried. I now recognize Honorable Maotwe. Honorable MP Maotwe. You are recognized.
Thank you, Chair, and greetings. I'm battling with Chair. I don't know how else to say this without sounding like, the rhetoric. But to this day, the PP does not have legal representation. And it's not something of your own making. Let's just remind each other that this was as a result of the withdrawal of funding from the office of the acting PP, which has now resulted into the situation we find ourselves in. Now, I've seen the correspondence between you and her and the legal representative state attorneys, but the essence of it is that she does not have a legal rep. And to ignore that fact just because we want to rush the process and finalize it, it's unfair. Like, it's not even, it doesn't need a brainer to know that that's unfair. She has explained several times. Firstly, she said she's not comfortable with the state attorneys representing her for reasons that she outlined that I'm not going to repeat. Secondly, they are not the legal rep of her choice. So we can't force them on her, despite the fact that she has even raised concerns of conflict of interest. So I don't know why we would want Honesty to rush, analyze this process without her being afforded the opportunity to get the legal reps, and we have a fair process in front of us. I'm appealing to the committee members to say, let's relook at this. We might not like her, but she's in that office. And we are here representing South Africans, all of us. In the spirit of fairness, let's afford her the opportunity to have legal reps. We'll still conclude the process. I don't think there's anyone here who would want, I mean, we've been here for more than a year now, all of us. We're actually tired of this process. But as tiring as it is, it can now be a process that at the end of the day, it doesn't pass the test of fairness. Because as it is now, it's not fair on her part. It's like it's a witch hunt on her, that despite her voices expressing how this is so unfair in the fact that there is a conflict of interest. One. Two, it's not her attorneys of preference. So why are we forcing them? And they came out as well, the state attorney. Now they withdrew. So, Chair, we are back to square one, where the PP does not have a public legal representation. Let's bear with her. Let's find her one. Let's finish this process. It's been unfair from the beginning, I must say. It's not that only now that it's going to be unfair. It's been very unfair. I mean, you've had a lot of applications for your own recusal, Chair, unfairness related to the legal team and all those things. But we are saying we are almost at the end of the process now. Let's just present a fair closure to this matter. That will be my input on that subject, Chair. Thank you.
Thank you, Honorable Maotwe. Honorable Suela.
Thank you, Chairperson. Greetings to honorable members. Chair, let me join other colleagues on this matter. I think we've got 3 issues before us. The first one is the one which is dealing with you. We are saying, Chair, we are not evenly interested to entertain Erasmus' letter because it is not evenly related to our task. It deals with issues of 2019, which is not relevant to this task. Secondly, so you are not going anywhere. We are proceeding with you as the chair. We are in support of what you have alluded, that you are not leaving the committee. And you are not the only decision maker. as a chairperson, you are just chairing the meeting. So we are saying we're not entertaining that particular letter. Secondly, on the issue of legal representatives, I think state attorneys are there. The issue of fair and unfairness, I think we've been patient enough. I want to agree with the first speaker that we've been patient. At the same time, we must look both sides of the coin. The issue of taxpayers' money and also the issue of the PP needs to be treated equally. We are in agreement that she must have legal representative, but on the issue of the draft report itself, I don't think that there is any problem, because we're going to make sure that the report is being tabled, and the legal representatives, which at this stage will be the state attorneys, will brief the CC. And my understanding is that the CC, Advocate Mpofu, who have been with him throughout the process, is familiar with all the issues. So I don't see any problem there. We must just continue with the draft report, because we want to conclude this matter. Otherwise, we are highly abusing taxpayers' money in this regard. So, to my honorable members, that let's conclude the process and let's allow our public protector to respond, because she will be given an opportunity to respond. For now, we're not judging anyone. There is no one who's guilty here, but let's allow the process to unfold so that we exercise or execute our task as per the mandate by the National Assembly. That's my submission, Chairperson. Thank you.